The speakership race for the 10th Parliament between incumbent Speaker Rebecca Kadaga and Deputy Speaker Jacob Oulanyah continues to generate nasty political scenes and dividing the biggest regional parliamentary caucus in Parliament with a numerical strength of 96 MPs. In what is the latest building up of political divided Buganda Parliamentary Caucus after the caucus chairman Godfrey Kiwanda Suubi walked away to support the Deputy Speaker Jacob Oulanyah for the Speakership office of the 10th Parliament. Today, another section of MPs from Buganda Parliamentary Caucus who hold a different political perception from what their caucus chairman holds have unveiled a campaign task force to campaign for Speaker Kadaga in the central Buganda region to retain her office as Speaker of the 10th Parliament.
Task force olwo betugenda okuyegamu evudde mu central region ne regions endala zijja kuleeta task forces zaazo ate tugatte wamu tukole the parliamentary task force of elect Rebecca Kadaga for the speakership of the 10th Parliament.
This task force is geared at countering the political propaganda and support that the Buganda Parliamentary Caucus chairman Godfrey Kiwanda Suubi seek to garner from the central Buganda region with a sizable number of some new MPs from Buganda region who have already declared their support for Deputy Speaker Jacob Oulanyah.
Really love the way he articulates issues when it comes to laws. I love the way he doesn't discriminate. I love the passion he has for his country. He's one person that will be there in all situations. If you watch him conducting or managing Parliament as a speaker, when he's in that seat, you'll see that he's balancing all the regions. He loves the party. And given his background that he was once in opposition, I think he understands the challenges that our brothers and sisters from oppositions go through.
Oulanyah is the best brand for the 10th Parliament because, one, I see him as the best candidate who will be able to bridge the generational gap that is in Parliament. I see him as someone who is going to bring in the new members, including myself, and which is at 82% actually, and the old members, because when we are together as Parliament, we will deliver. For Ugandans who have really entrusted us with power, they know we will deliver. So we shouldn't be a disappointment as the 10th Parliament.
Following this political purge, the Kadaga campaign task force has been accusing the incumbent chair of the Buganda Parliamentary Caucus Kiwanda of having supported Oulanyah without consulting party members. But on the spot of contradictions, the vice chairperson of the caucus, Betty Namboze, and the parliamentary commissioner, Seninde, also fell in the same trap of partisan politics to support Kadaga without consulting with party members and the chairman of the caucus, whom they are faulting on a similar account.
She has been uniting the entire House. She does not segregate whether you are opposition or NRM. Kadaga has been working with us. So I think as members of Parliament, we shouldn't even have subjected her to an election. We should have left her to go unopposed. It's very unfair that she's now subjected to an election, but I want to appeal to all members of the 10th Parliament to reward her by to appreciate the work she has been doing by voting her as the Speaker of the 10th Parliament.
Away from this, last week, Deputy Speaker Jacob Oulanyah accused the incumbent Speaker of having failed the 9th Parliament. Oulanyah claimed that Kadaga used to fake foreign trips abroad every time there was controversial bills to be passed by Parliament. Basing on Oulanyah's assertions, we asked the Buganda Parliamentary Caucus whether marketing a person deemed incompetent are doing a disservice or a service to Ugandans.
So there is no way you can put the blame on Right Honourable Rebecca Kadaga. I also want to add that when you say that Right Honourable Kadaga runs away from tough stuff, colleagues out there, what do you define tough stuff? I want to indicate in the 9th Parliament, the toughest stuff we handled was the anti-homosexuality bill. She presided over it. It was a national concern, it was an international concern, and maybe a heavenly concern. She presided over it. Whatever happened is not her business. She steered us very well, and we passed that law.
Kadaga is also accused to have caused a financial loss of 13 billion shillings to a taxpayer following her failure to guide the 9th Parliament when it passed a resolution to have the 3 ministers accused in the oil bribery scandal step aside. A miscalculation which renowned city lawyer Soberino Twinobusinje capitalized on to drag Parliament to court and won the case.
When you say that the Right Honourable Rebecca Kadaga led to a loss of 13 billion shillings, I want to make it very clear to you that a Speaker does not contribute in Parliament. It's the various members who contribute. And the resolutions which are passed in Parliament, they are an agreed position by all members of Parliament at that particular sitting. The Speaker simply guides, and she wisely guides. So to insinuate that the Right Honourable Rebecca Kadaga led to that loss is misinforming and misleading the population.
The politics of divide to rule report the Buganda Parliamentary Caucus, the chairman of the ruling party, Yoweri Museveni, has summoned the topmost administrative organ of the party, the Central Executive Committee, to discuss the controversial 10th speakership race that brings into rivalry the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker of the 9th Parliament into a boxy Cold War that is likely to split the party's numerical strength in the 10th Parliament. Apparently, the party's electoral commissioner is expected to conduct internal party primaries for the 10th Parliament speakership race. Timothy Basid, BS Television, here at the Uganda Parliament in the capital, Kampala.